We're going to make a quick change here in the chairs. Again, you're watching Money TV. For more information, you can visit our website, moneytv.net, or call us toll-free, 888-259-4449. And with me now is Brian Altunian. He's the Chief Operating Officer of Platinum Studios. PDOS is the stock symbol. I like to call you Mr. Hollywood now because you're in the middle of this filming of the movie Dead of Night with your character Dylan Dog. You know, this immensely popular comic book character in Europe. That's really starting to get a stronghold here in the U.S. Tell us about the whole project.
Yeah, sure. It's a, Platinum Studios is a comic-based entertainment company, and so, our whole mission is to take comic book properties and develop, produce, create entertainment material. Dylan Dog is actually from our Italian partners, a very well-known Italian publisher, Benelli Publishing, and Dylan Dog's been in print for about 25 years, sold over 50 million copies of this issue. So such a highly revered character, and is really one of the top-selling horror comics in the world, and a following like you can't believe. It says is like our Superman. It's that as revered in Italy and overseas. Tremendous audience. And so we're bringing the adaptation of Dylan Dog, bringing it into giving it really kind of a bit of an American spin, but still being true to some of the components that are really important to the followers of the Dylan Dog series.
Well, what I find particularly interesting, and I have to congratulate you on this, because you've got some A-list Hollywood players involved in this project, not only from the producer and the director, but I mean your star.
Yeah, without a doubt. Well, Brandon Routh was in the last Superman. It's a big $250 million production, and we have Taye Diggs. We just added Peter Stormare, who's pretty well known from Constantine. Gil Adler, our producer, who did Constantine and Valkyrie and Superman, and we've got Drax Studios. They did the makeup on Benjamin Button, won an Academy Award. We just added an editor who won an Academy Award a few years ago for Star Wars, if you can believe, who was signed on to become our editor as well. So we've really and the dailies, Donna, this thing is really fantastic. And the great thing is, American audiences don't know Dylan Dog. They're going to know Dylan Dog, the character, through this movie Dead of Night. I think it's going to look like a very big studio film. It looks fantastic so far.
Well, with the people that you're talking about associated with it, I mean, these are not people that take their professions lightly.
No. For sure.
And so the production value of this film is going to be huge. I would imagine the promotional budget that's going to be attached to this film is going to be huge. We're looking at, what, a 2010 release?
That's right, 2010 release. It's about a $20 million budget. It looks like it's about a $75 million budget. Really? It looks fantastic. And all of our partners now I think the audience will start to see a lot of promotions start now. The campaign will start, so see some stuff online, because just the fact that we got into production, first of all, a very difficult time, obviously, in the economy. The fact that we got independent financing was a big hurdle that we overcame.
Sure. So
that already attracted some awareness, but now when people start to see elements that are coming out of the film, we'll really start to see a lot of attention. We'll start to see some stuff online here very shortly.
With this kind of attention coming to your company and the vast library of characters you have, I think it's something like almost 6,000 at the last count, this has to open up a tremendous number of new doors for you as we move forward.
Absolutely. We went from, it was really a transition from being an IP house, an intellectual property house with a lot of characters, as you said, to moving into the next phase, which is into film production. That definitely changes the game significantly for us. So the other folks in Hollywood are now paying attention. They answer the calls. They answer the, which is great, and they see the depth. It's not just superhero based. Everybody thinks comics equal superheroes, and while we do have Iron Man 2 coming out, this weekend we're seeing Wolverine coming out, not what you would call a superhero, obviously, part of the X-Men universe. So our library really is filled with a rich breadth of characters, and so we're starting to see an uptake in a number of studio partners and other distribution partners for our properties. It's going to be a very exciting year for us in 2009 and 2010 with the release of these films.
Yeah, really exciting. A little bit less than half a minute left. What else is going on?
Well, obviously that's a very big thing for us. Cowboys and Aliens, which is our big project at DreamWorks, delivery of the script next week, and so we're hoping that we get some traction there and can move that into production before the end of this year. That's our hope. Atlantis Rising is actively in development also at DreamWorks. Disney actually looks like they may be adding some creative folks to our property called Unique, and so we have a bunch of big projects with studios as well that look like could move closer to production before the end of the year.
Brian Altunian, Chief Operating Officer of Platinum Studio, pending big Hollywood studio exec, and he still takes my calls. So, Brian, glad to have you in the program.
Thanks for having me, Don.